UFC featherweight prospect Lerone Murphy. What's going on, man? We just spoke like earlier this year, and now we're back. But you didn't fight, so it's bittersweet, right?
Yeah, bittersweet. I've had more time to train and get better and stuff, but with what's going on now, there's nothing that could have been done. So we're here now again, though.
Definitely. Well, I don't think nothing's stopping this one around. You know what I mean? It's all
Nah.
good. So we all good. Let's go back to the fight that you were supposed to have at UFC London. That was supposed to happen on March 21st. The UFC, they waited until pretty much the last moment to cancel that show. Was the last couple of weeks extremely stressful for you?
Yeah, because that's pretty much been the only camp where I've not got injured. I've not picked up any injuries. I was feeling sharp. I was feeling strong. I was fitter than ever. Obviously, I'd done two trips to Thailand as well, so everything was perfect at that camp. So I was pretty bummed that I didn't get to fight.
A couple of the guys, they actually got to fight on the Cage Warriors event. Did that cross your mind? Did you feel like you were gonna get on that show?
Not at all. Like, obviously, I wanted to fight and stuff, but it's like I've worked this hard to get to the UFC. Why am I gonna go and fight on? Not that Cage Warriors isn't a good show. It's a very good show, but I've worked this hard to get to the UFC. I want my fights to be in the UFC.
Everybody got paid, right? You got your money, right, from the show. Is that
Yeah,
true?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Show. Yeah, we got our show money. Yeah.
All right. So now you get paid for the fight. You didn't actually fight, and I know that you had like 3 fights left on your contract. Does that mean you have 2 fights left?
No.
No.
From
All
what
right.
from what I know, it's free. It's still free fights. Basically, they just covered our expenses really from the camp and stuff like that. But from what I know, I've still got 3 fights left. Yeah.
After that, did you get some time to relax, or was the UFC telling you to keep training and wait for us to give you the call?
Yeah, so they told us like just stay in shape and we'll give you the call. So to me, that could have been 2 weeks, 4 weeks. I didn't know. So I've trained right through really, and we only just got the call. Was it maybe 10 days ago, 7 days ago about this up and coming fight now?
So how did the training go? Was it like a regular camp, or did you guys turn it back a little bit, turn it down the training, or what was going on through that couple months?
Well, I've done a lot of solo training. I've got a bag in my garden and stuff like that, a lot of running and stuff. But now that the fight got announced, I wish I kind of took my foot off the pedal and give my body some rest because I'm a bit tired now. But we're gonna get this fight done. I'm feeling good and feeling strong, and then we're gonna have a rest after that one.
In your wildest dreams, did you ever think that you would be going back to Abu Dhabi?
No, it's crazy. Out of all the places, I'm going back to Abu Dhabi, but it's fun. I enjoyed the last trip, so it's nothing bad about it.
What did you learn from fighting in Abu Dhabi? Because it's not like anywhere else in the world, and it could be an advantage to have some experience fighting there.
A fight's a fight at the end of the day. I don't think it's any big difference other than I know what to expect with the heat and stuff like that. I've experienced that firsthand. So that's the only advantage I'd say. But the guy I'm fighting is from Brazil. Brazil's a hot place anyway. He's probably used to fighting in the heat as well. So it's no advantage to me.
When did you get back to the gym to actually have some contact training?
Only just a few weeks ago, really.
Okay.
And the gym in England, the gyms are still not properly open. Obviously, elite athletes are allowed to train, but we've still not got the bodies we need to get. We've still not got like the facilities. I normally go to get sparring at other gyms and stuff, but we've not been able to do that this time round. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It's the same for everybody, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Have you just been working at Manchester top team the whole time?
Yeah. I've just been doing a lot of pad work with the coach and stuff, but this is obviously in the perfect world we would like to travel to other gyms, get our wrestling, grappling in, but that's not been the case this time.
Well, you did a camp before this one, so I think you probably done enough training for this fight coming up, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like
Mm.
I'm not undertrained or anything. I'm overtrained. If anything, I've done more than enough training. I've been training all year. It's just like when you're going into a fight, you always want all bases covered. You always want to feel like you've done it. But I have done it. I've done the training. I've done the groundwork, and we'll be ready to go.
Now you're facing off against Ricardo Ramos, right? He's a bigger name compared to the last opponent that you were supposed to fight. How do you feel about this matchup?
It's a big opportunity once again for me. Obviously, I know it's a tough fight. I know what I'm up against, but I also know if I can go and get the job done, that puts me up there, and it boosts my profile a lot.
He made his featherweight debut in his last fight. Did you get a chance to watch it? And if you did, what did you think about the performance?
Who did he fight?
He fought
You know,
Gargori, I think, in
I've not
Brazil.
I've watched every other fight. I've not watched that fight actually. I've watched all the other fights and stuff. He's very good. Oh, he's good all around. He's good all around, but he's not fought anybody with my style or anything. So we'll see how he fares with my style.
You know, you were preparing for Gabriel Benitez, and now you got Ramos. What differences do you see between these two guys?
The similar fighters, other than one's orthodox and one's a southpaw, the similar fighters though. So we've not had to really change much, as in training wise. We know that they've both got very good Brazilian jiu-jitsu and they're both good Muay Thai strikers. So we'll be able to adapt to that.
One of your goals, I saw in a video that you wanted to keep your weight around 77 kg. Have you been able to do that with the coronavirus lockdowns and all that going on?
Well, the first few weeks I was like, I keep my weight down. And after a bit, it just started to, like, it just felt like it was never going to come out of lockdown. And then food, I'm a big eater as well. I love food. That's like literally my hobby, eating food. So I did put a bit of weight on, but I've never really gone over. Maybe I've not touched 180 pounds. I've stepped about. The highest I've gone is about 175 pounds, which is about 79 kilos. That's the highest I've gone.
Oh, that's not
good
that
for
bad.
me. Yeah, that's decent for me. That's good for me. Yeah, I've trained right through though. I've been doing my running, been doing my boxing, been doing everything. So I'm in shape.
How has the neighborhood around you been with the pandemic and everything going on?
It's been quiet, but everything's opening back up over the last few weeks. But other than that, it's been very quiet.
So it's not that serious. Like, there's not people getting infected all over the place or nothing like that.
I think the first, like, say the few weeks after my fight got cancelled in March, that's when it was serious. That's when I knew a lot of people that was ill and stuff, and the infection was getting passed around. But I think it calmed down quite a while back now, and I've not really heard of any new cases or anything.
That's good.
So it's a good. It's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah. Were you are you the type of person where you're like, man, don't lock it down. Let's just see what happens and then open it up and you know, I don't think it's that serious.
Yeah, of course. I've always thought it's been overreacted to. I didn't think it was that serious in the first place, but who knows? I've enjoyed the lockdown though at the same time, so it's not really affected me much. I still just go home, I train, and I come home. That's it. That's all I do anyway. So same thing.
Now, you know, a lot of fighters have been getting involved in the Black Lives Matter movement. You know, how is it over there in the UK? You know, is the protest staying peaceful and everything? Because I've seen people out there participating.
Yeah, there's been a lot of peaceful protests, but there's also been a lot of riots and stuff. Not riots, but like fights between another group of, like, you can call them racists. I've been like coming to some of the protests and kicking off and stuff. That was in London a few times, but other than that, I think it's been a lot of peaceful protests.
It hasn't really affected your life at all, right?
Nah, not at all. Like I say to the other guys, this has been going on for years. Obviously, it's good that people are now aware of this and are trying to make change, but these protests, for me, I don't think are the change, because people have been protesting from Black Panther days years ago. I think a lot more than protest needs to be done to change.
Yeah, it's just a weird set of circumstances, right? You get the pandemic first, then everybody's locked down, and then you get these protests come along because of, you know, racial tension and the police, basically, right? So it's like so much to go through in the first half of the year.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's like everybody's forgot about the virus now because this stuff's going on. It's weird, isn't it? It's crazy.
Yeah, but you know, it's good to have something that you're focused on, right? To kind of keep your mind off those things.
Of course. Like, Without, like I say all the time, without MMA, I don't know where I'd be right now. Like I don't know. Like my focus has just been on a fight, get my first win in the UFC. That's all I've been thinking all year. Do you get what I'm saying? So I've been kind of tunnel vision this year of thinking about just winning a fight.
How do you visualize your first win in the UFC? It's coming up soon. It could happen.
I know. Like just by a best case scenario, a good knockout, a crazy knockout. That's how I see my first UFC win coming.
You trying to get that bonus, huh?
Trying to get that bonus. Life changing. I'm trying to get that bonus, man. I'm always fighting for bonuses. Always.
Definitely. Now, I wanted to ask you about one of your training partners that you have from time to time is Mohammed Makayev. He's about to turn professional this year. You know him well. You know, how terrifying is he going to be for that brave CF lineup in that division?
Do you know what? Like I met Mohammed years ago when he was just a wrestler, and his wrestling's always been very, very good, like top level, very good. But now he's mixing it all together. His striking's just as good as his wrestling. So for me, that kid, Andy has the work rate. A lot of people don't have it all. He has it all. For me, that kid's gonna go all the way. He's very good. And I don't blow people's trumpet too much. I'll tell you the truth, and I just know that kid's something special.
Yeah, I've been watching you and I've been watching him for the past few years, and I've seen you guys training a lot together, and you guys been out there in Thailand too. It's kind of crazy how you could be in the UK together and then be out in Thailand at the same year. You know what I mean? It's nuts.
Yeah. It's true. He lives quite close to me, and obviously we train out at the same gym now. So it's a good addition. I learned from him, and he learns from me. We're just making each other grow.
Well, July 15th, UFC Fight Island, Abu Dhabi. That's the next spot. Lerone, thank you so much for the time. Good luck on the fight. Good luck on everything else that you're doing. And yeah, we'll see you again.
Maybe I'll speak to you after when I get my first win. Yeah.
Definitely. Show that 50K.
Yeah, man. Trust me.